What? Oh, no, don't mind me. I'm just responding to the budget from yesterday. I know they told Rachel Reeves, a ceramic bobhead with the number 10 window lickers, needs the shirt off my back. So I'm just getting that to send in to number 10 in between my shifts here on my lunch break. So she's got that shirt off my back. Also, I owe taxes on the taxes of the taxes. So I just earned a £5, so I know that means I have to pay the government a tenner. So I'll put that in as well. What's that, Fatima? You want to have another 4 kids? Okay, sure, yeah. I'll just get straight back to work so I can pay for them for you. Yeah, brilliant. I'd love to, yeah.
In this video, Katie Hopkins leans fully into her trademark style of hyperbole, sarcasm, and theatrical outrage as she tears into Rachel Reeves' new budget. Rather than offering a policy breakdown, Hopkins stages a miniature performance about ordinary workers being squeezed to the point of absurdity. Her image of sending the shirt off her back to no 10 is not meant to be taken literally. It's a deliberate overstatement designed to paint the government as predatory, tone, deaf, and aggressively out of touch. By acting as though even her lunch break is being consumed to meet Reeves' demands, Hopkins frames the budget as a direct personal attack on working people. Her complaint about taxes on top of taxes drives the same message home, that under the new fiscal plan, every effort to earn money is met with an even greater penalty. The exaggerated math, earning £5 only to owe 10, is the rhetorical device she uses to make the point that the system is fundamentally irrational and stacked against contributors. Then she pivots to a narrative she uses often, the idea that hardworking taxpayers are being forced to subsidize lifestyles they did not choose and do not support. By imagining herself immediately returning to work so someone else can have another 4 kids, Hopkins reinforces the narrative of a welfare system that rewards dependency while punishing productivity. This, too, is meant to inflame frustration among viewers who already feel alienated by the direction of government policy. Ultimately, the video is not about numbers. It's about emotion. Hopkins wants her audience to feel targeted, exploited, and betrayed by a government they believe is prioritizing the wrong people. It's a calculated piece of political theater crafted to provoke anger at Reeves, contempt for the budget, and a sense of cultural grievance that Hopkins has built her entire brand around.
Says that Ukrainian leadership has shown zero gratitude. He's not happy. He thinks they're ungrateful for all his efforts for peace.
He's got a point. He's got a point. Look, he's used a lot of political capital. We've just seen Marjorie Taylor Greene and Trump part company, partly because he's too involved in foreign events, and that was part of the reason for the split. And he has supported, and as he says himself today, I think that on Truth Social, he's inherited a war that should never have taken place. Putin said he would never have invaded if Trump was in the White House, and he's stuck with it. He's shedding political capital. He doesn't like war. He wants it over, and he wants out. And he makes a very good point. The fact that Europe seems to want to carry on supporting Ukraine, where Europe are still taking Russian oil, less than they used to, but they're still importing Russian oil. And the EU is the largest export market for Russian liquefied natural gas. So they're still receiving gas and oil from Russia, funding Russia's activities in Ukraine. It is a completely crazy situation. Trump is America first, and he doesn't see that this is helping America at all. And he's getting a lack of gratitude for his trouble.
Because he did point it out to them. He was slightly laughing a little bit at the fact that Europe was still buying oil and gas, so they're funding Putin's war. They're buying it from Russia, yet they're pretending to try and stop it, but by giving Ukraine just enough ammunition to keep it going, but not actually enough to win. It seems absurd. Let's talk about President Trump facing articles of impeachment before Christmas. They're still at it, aren't they? They're still trying to get rid of him.
We're going for the hat trick. This will be the 3rd impeachment. This one's for real. I think the guy, there's this representative, Al Green, and no relation. And he's always belly aching about Trump, but he has said that he's filing articles of impeachment before Christmas. So that's after Thanksgiving. We'll be able to look forward to that. So again, as Trump keeps saying, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy. What have I done? But anyway, they will have another go at impeaching Donald Trump, and it will work its way through. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's political nonsense, chicanery. But that's the temperature of the House of Representatives at the moment. All things are possible. Like I said, Marjorie Taylor Greene leaves. Al Green starts impeaching him. It's hilarious.
Now, unlike in this country, because we have a bit of a problem with migration, nobody seems to want to deport people who break into the country illegally. But Donald Trump says that he's ending deportation protections for Somalis in Minnesota. Why is he doing that? And what's the deal? Why were they protected in the first place?
Well, because of the civil war in Somalia, then there's been a lot of protection of refugees from Somalia, and sort of quite quick acceptance of refugees, even to citizenship, etc. But there's been a huge spike in gang crime, money laundering, even sex trafficking in Minnesota. All targeted on this community, or much of it targeted on this community. It's not all Somali refugees, obviously, but there's a huge spike in these related crimes, and he's just going, okay, well, we're going to take away their protected status and remove them. Now,
so
again, it's going to face
Somalians that are committing the crimes then?
It's Somali gangs, yes, that have the Somali gangs have definitely contributed to a huge spike in those gang-related crimes in Minnesota, and so there is this huge pocket of Somali community, the Somali diaspora, but they are all in Minnesota, or many of them are in Minnesota, and it's this concentrated crime wave that's happening there. Local residents feel targeted, and they feel helpless, and so Trump is saying, okay, well, we're just going to remove their protected status. They can be deported. Now, it's going to face legal hurdles. Many of the people he would be targeting are actually citizens, but when Trump promises to do something like this, he tends to follow through. So look at that. This is a very recent shooting from the lip announcement, but he is exasperated at the idea that you bring in communities as refugees to help them, and they create crime waves. Yeah,
no, it's not acceptable. I'm with him 100%. And what about this? Trump's peace deal for Ukraine isn't the final offer, because he kind of, he did it all like as if it was, and then it wasn't. And then can we squeeze in the Clintons as well? So you've got about 30 seconds on this. Oh no.
Okay, so yes, it's not the final offer. Trump is saying, look, there's room for negotiation. I think he's waiting for Zelensky to come back with some kind of suggestion, some renegotiation on Trump's original 28-point plan. And the Clintons, since August, they've been trying to get the Clintons to come and give a personal deposition to this committee that's looking into the Epstein files, and they are currently stonewalling that and refusing. They have until, I think, December the 17th, and if they don't appear in person, there's a good chance that they will be arrested for contempt of Congress. And remember, Steve Bannon went to jail for that, I believe.
Cracky. Well,